Alright guys, Jason Greystone here, Trading Powered UK, and as my colleagues in America are stuffing their face full of turkey because it's Thanksgiving today, I thought I'd do a bit of a different video, a bit more of a fun video. And really I had an idea from the London Live Room where I remember this time last year people were asking of certain books to buy on trading, and it was just that bit too late, and they thought, you know, some of these books are quite expensive, or some of the books are not that expensive, but they'd been asked what they want for Christmas, and I'm one of those guys. My family hate buying for me because they say we never know what to get you, and trading books is a great thing to say to them, you know, here's a list of books that I would like to read, feel free to buy me one or all of them, right? So good idea just before Christmas. We're probably 4 weeks till Christmas. So if any of you guys have family members or anyone asking you what they can buy you, I'm going to give you 5 books that you might want to shoot their way so that they can wrap them up so you can open them on Christmas Day. And then over Christmas you can get down in the books. Not much trading going on. I'll be shutting down for Christmas, and it's really a good time to build up your self development as a trader, or your education, your continued education. So I'm going to recommend 5 books, 5 of my favourite books. I've read a lot of trading books, particularly on psychology, because obviously psychology is a massive part of trading. So in the first book I'm going to recommend is by Mark Douglas. Now the book's called The Disciplined Trader. Looks like this. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's about I don't know what it is in dollars, $15, something like that, maybe more, maybe $30, something like that. And The Disciplined Trader is written by a guy called Mark Douglas. He's massive on psychology, and what you'll learn from this book is it will change your mindset on trading and give you the reality and the realistic expectations on trading as you start through your journey. Or maybe you've been struggling for some time because you've been jumping system to system, haven't actually knuckled down and nailed your system to generate consistent profits. Good book to read. He talks about, you know, how you should always know that the market is always right. You know, put yourself in that mindset. The market is always right. You never know what the market's going to do. If there's any trade, you see these traders out there telling you in hindsight what the market's going to do. You don't know what it's going to do. It's all based on historical data, probabilities, and building up that discretion. Any professional trader will tell you it's all about discretion. And so this book's based around how to develop that discipline into your trading, how to understand the fundamental aspects of trading, which you may or may not necessarily think about when you see all these adverts on the TV saying that it's easy, you can walk down the beach and double your account in a month and live on a yacht, right? So in this book he talks about the market is always right, so the market doesn't care about your money, steps to success, stages of becoming a successful trader. So he talks about the unconscious incompetence stage, right through to the competent unconscious competence stage, and it really is a great book, good for mindset. And that leads me on to the next book, which is also by Mark Douglas, and this book is called Trading in the Zone. Again, it's another book on psychology, why we think the way we do, why we want to get to the goal as quickly as possible, why we want to shortcut. He talks about why we don't, you know, why we don't concentrate on the process rather than the outcome. We always want to get to the end goal, and it explains. I think if you've heard Akil's story, he actually talks about why people are scared of dogs, and I think it cured Akil's fear of dogs. Great book. It is trading related. It's all to do with trading, but very much to do with the psychology again. Mark Douglas, great guy. A couple of books there from Mark Douglas. Again, this one you can get on Amazon. It's probably around, this one's about $50, so well worth getting. Well worth getting. So those are the Mark Douglas books. The next book I'm going to recommend is by Larry Pesavento, and it's called Trade What You See. Looks like this. You can get this on Amazon as well. Not that I'm an affiliate of Amazon or anything like that. This is about $50 as well. And anyone who's into pattern recognition, ABCD patterns, equal measured moves, Gartleys, butterflies, bats, crabs, what this book will talk to you about, again, it's the psychology behind those moves. We see these markets ebb and flow, and if you're into advanced patterns, you know that the markets are in consolidation 70 to 80% of the time, right? And that's where you see these patterns form, because they're a combination of retracements and extensions in the market where you're violating structure, and this book really delves deep into the psychology behind those moves, behind the equal measured moves, even handled numbers. And if you're familiar with the 12-week transformation or any style of us traders at Trade Empowered, you're really going to enjoy this book because you'll really relate to it. So I recommend that. That's Larry Pesavento, and it's Trade What You See. So that's book number 3. Book number 4 is a book called One Good Trade. Now this book is by Mike Bellafiore. He is an owner of a company called SMB Capital, and over the years Mike has built up an extremely successful prop firm, and by doing that he's had to interview tons and tons of traders, right? And normally athletes. He's found a correlation between athletes and traders, and really it's because the mindset is very similar. Determination, self-auditing, self-auditing, self-improvement as well. And he interviews a ton of traders in here, and he's got a team of great traders, and he talks about how he manages those traders. They have psychologists, they have 2 daily meetings, they review the tape. Each of the traders on the floor reviews and stands up and speaks about their worst trade or their best trade of the day, and they all discuss that. And really what it all boils down to is the fundamental principle behind trading, and that is you have a plan, you develop a trading plan, and you trade that plan, okay? And you don't decide what a good trading opportunity is. Your trade plan does. And the guys that go and work for Mike, they have to trade his style of trading. They teach a style of trading. They have to stick to that. So it's even harder. But great book. What you'll get from this is you'll understand that one good trade means it doesn't matter if it wins or loses. A good trade is defined by a trade that you took that met your rules, not regardless if it won you money or lost you money. And over time, you're going to get a good return on investment because you've stuck to your plan, which has a positive expectancy. You apply money management to that, and the rest is history. So One Good Trade by Mike Bellafiore, great book. I'd recommend that. The last book is probably one you've heard of. It's by Jack Schwager, and it's Market Wizards. Now the Market Wizards book is Jack Schwager wrote this book, and it's essentially an interview with tons and tons of the world's most successful traders. What you'll get from this book is 2 things. One, all of the traders in this book who have been interviewed trade different ways. Some trade off of the news, some trade off of harmonics, some trade off of technicals, structure, some trade off of candle formations, some trade off of, I think there's one trader in here that trades off of constellation, the stars and the moon, position of the moon, right? And what that tells me is there are hundreds, if not thousands of ways to earn money out of the currency market, and it proves to you that if you just stick to one system that you've proved to yourself has a positive expectancy, and you provide you with a return on investment over time, you can earn money literally doing most anything, any strategy, right? All these strategies work. There's tons of strategies out there, and the chances are they're all profitable, because otherwise no one would put the effort into developing them, testing them, putting them out there. The reason people aren't successful trading them is because they didn't develop it or test it themselves. So they don't really know the story they're in when they start taking these trades. They start taking 3 losing trades in a row, 4 losing trades in a row, and then giving up because they're not going to gamble their money on another trade that they don't know is going to bring them a return on investment. So what that says is you have to know the story you're in, right? Know the story you're in, look back at last year's results, or go back through your back testing and say, well, 2 years ago there was 8 losing trades in a row. So all I need to do is keep trading the plan, and I'll come out on top. And that is essentially the story behind this. All of the traders have different trading styles. None of them particularly care what the other guy's trading because they know that their own system provides them a profit. And the second thing you'll get out of this book, which is very valuable, is they all had one thing in common. And what do you think that is? They all blew their accounts. They've all blown multiple accounts trying to make it. So it really gave me some inspiration when I was struggling. All these guys lost thousands. Some of them lost millions. Great book. Really recommend this one. It will really open your eyes to what trading is about and how you can anyone can earn money trading. So that's my 5 books. And if you don't want any books and you want to do something online or do some audios or some quick hit videos, we've obviously got the Forex Basics course, the complete essential guide that's come out as well. You can go over to tradingpowered.com and there's a tab there under courses and programs, complete FX basics. And if you're just new to trading, click on that. It's about, it doesn't cost much more than any of these decent business books. So go over there and check that one out. So I thought I'd do something different. I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving in the US, and I'll see you next week.